Welcome inside Sask Energy's Billet Profile, a new initiative here with our great sponsors at Sask Energy of the SJHL, as we want to profile one of the most important people types of people, I should say, in all of junior hockey, and that is, of course, the billets of the organization, to welcome in these players that are traveling all over from different countries, from different provinces, and just welcome them into their home. And right now, we are starting off with Humboldt Broncos, not only their billet coordinator, but a billet herself, Laurie Warford. Laurie, how are things going?
Good, thanks, Rory.
You're very welcome. Let's just set the scene here right off the top. How long have you been billeting? And I guess a ballpark, how many players have been through the household?
Well, we've been billeting for 13 years, and through those years, we've probably we've billeted 3 trainers throughout the years, and I'm going to say we probably had 25 or more players. The reason some of those players might have been there for a week, 2 weeks, 2 months, and then they're cut, traded, whatever. So we've had a lot of boys come in and out.
And can we put a name bar or a face towards the Warford household? Before COVID was cut short, who did you have on the Humboldt Broncos this year?
We had Carson Schultz from Beaumont, Alberta, and Sam Marburg from North Vancouver.
So 2 Broncos. I know you might have had 3 at one point. I know you have a few children as well. How chaotic can it get sometimes with that many people inside the house?
Do you know what? It's good. They tend to complement themselves. They keep each other busy. I think as far as having kids in the household, for them, they build relationships with these boys and these players, and it just turns into chaos. Really, it's fun.
I don't doubt it. We're joined by Laurie Warford, Humboldt Broncos billet coordinator and billet herself, on Sask Energy Billet Profile, a new segment that we're going to be rolling out weekly here on the SJHL. What does it mean to you as a billet mom? Because it's not only helpful to the organization, but it has to be rewarding to the billet mom, the billet dad, the billet brother and sister. Just how fulfilling is it to be a billet parent?
Well, it can be. You're right, Rory. It can be very fulfilling and rewarding. These boys, parents are sending these boys off to a different town, culture in some events. And these boys have ups and downs as they're going throughout the year. So, I mean, when you're taking these boys in, they have their good days, they have their bad days, and most of them tend to confide in you, and you have to be there for them, because it could be everything from them not liking certain foods, or it could be to them to being frustrated because they're not playing as often as they should, or frustrated with a team member, or whatever the case might be. But we've always never had any problems with them communicating this kind of stuff. And, sometimes it's a new era in their life away from home. So it's a good lesson for them too, to be able to talk to other people about these kind of things. But for the most part, we've never had any issues.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And vice versa. And on the other side of it, it's extremely important and benefiting to the organization. Just as the billet coordinator now for the Humboldt Broncos, how important are these families and people that are needed in every organization to billet and welcome these players in?
Well, it is very important to the organization, because if we wouldn't have these homes for these boys, there'd be no hockey, essentially. They need a place to billet. They need a place for the stable environment for the boys to go and flourish in. And so it is a huge impact on the organization for these families to open their homes.
100%, Laurie. I'm sure, I know there's no players there, but as the billet coordinator, stuff never stops with any organization in the SJHL or any league. I just want to say thank you for taking the time out of your day here on Sask Energy Billet Profile to talk about just what it's like to welcome these kids in.
You're welcome, Rory. Not a problem. Anytime.
I
would recommend it for anybody to do it, because it is a very rewarding experience.
Absolutely. There was Laurie Warford, Humboldt Broncos billet coordinator. We'll be back next week as we continue to go right through the league and profile the amazing people that make, as she said, SJHL hockey possible here on Sask Energy Billet Profile.